Alright, let's get started. Welcome back to small Kerbal Space Program. I'm done with my taxes, so time to play with a silly little green spaceman. Because it has been too long. If I remember last time... yeah, flying by minutes, we just went there. Ooh, Spectre on Tylo. I believe that's the Mars equivalent location. I could very much be wrong though. Moon, right? No, that's Ike. Is Tylo? No, that's Moho. Tylo's the outermost one? No, that's... Is it a moon of Eve? A jewel? Oh, there's Tylo. Okay. Hmm. Maybe we send a mission to Tylo later. Duration 40 years. Well, in any case, for now, I will be focusing on a couple of contracts. Around Eve and Gilly. So, up. That's for... Oh. The expand for Gilly station as well, right. That's 2 station missions. That one's in progress. That one I've got time to do. That one I've also got time to do. My first mission to Juno hasn't arrived yet. This one I just need to happen. That one is going to be difficult. I am going to try to make a single stage to orbit for Eve, being like an internal helicopter thing. Internal propeller blades in a mix between a rocket and a plane. It would probably require multiple trips, but I'm fine with... This is the other one. That one's in progress. So, 1, 2... Need to get to Gilly. This one needs to orbit around the sun, which means I'll be taking them there anyway. So, I'll need space for 3 Kerbals in a in this mission. Could just go with that. That would be 3 Kerbals. Although probably good to have another Kerbal on board to actually be able to do stuff. We'll come back to that later. So, I don't really see it, but I've got my Steam notes up. Space for 3 tourists. Need a new orbital station, so antenna, docking port, and can generate power. Antenna, docking port, power. 5 Kerbals, space. fuel. And it just needs to be moved to Eve. And the Gilly station. I'm pretty sure it has an antenna. It's got a docking port and can generate power. 16 Kerbals. Okay. Additional value. That's it. Okay. Then I will need my crew return. Okay, I am going to just visit the Gilly station to see if there are any substeps that have already been filled. I don't need to specifically fill. Fly. Me too, Gilly's moon. Now let's see. It has an antenna, yep. Okay, so it does need to be an extra ISRU unit. I'm thinking probably put it on the docking port senior. Or at the front or the back. Probably add more docking port space. Alternatively, we connect to both of these ports. Extend sideways. That would be an option. That would be an interesting option. I'm tempted. I've convinced myself of choosing the harder option. Okay. Which means I will need to make a copy of that in order to make sure that the docking ports are in the correct place. Maneuvering it into position would be a bit difficult as well, but that's fine. Opening it. Gilly. Which Gilly does that come up with? Gilly Station. Okay. Touch that. Oh, wait. Start off with that. Now make it for root node. And get rid of everything else. Expansion. Would like to duplicate that to the other side, but I am... Ooh. If I... Okay. I change that and then make docking part for root node of that. More than I thought it was, but that... okay. Oh. Go into 2x symmetry. do I guarantee that it's same place? Start off with that. How do I this? Whole thing. Whole thing. There we go, that's they aren't quite lined up. I think I know how I could get them to up though. 2 copies. I will reload that whole section. Off just this central part, touching everything else. Okay. Patch it. Cultural. Goes in. Put one of these in. This root part to connect to. Then not snapping. look to be about this one. Tiny bit too high. Okay. That is nicely lined up now. So this I will need to snap off. Height-wise and there we go. Okay, on to the next one. This to be mirrored. Toggle snap on. That is already in position. Tiny bit too high. Enough for it to connect properly, but just to be sure. Nice, okay. Those. And I will want more what's on this. Right. Of the docking port, we don't really need the decoupler. The docking port can do the same thing. Have a look at this. Supporting at least 16 Kerbals. Okay. The ISRU. We could probably do with some more solar panels on this though, but we can put that on the crew module as well. We will probably want some form of engine to move us around. So maybe we could attach those with the docking ports, spare docking ports. 16 Kerbals. Does he? So that's 16 Kerbals. Okay. How to put this attached to the top one. As I think maybe it's in. That is basically the right height, I think. To tanks. Let's filter some stuff by size first. We will want a Mark III to Mark II. 5, yep. Now let's just put it underneath here. That's not what I want. That is. Okay. So that gets us our extra... Ooh, wait, no. Facility supporting at least 16 Kerbals. The expansion doesn't need to be 16 Kerbals. But what's it currently at? Adding 16 Kerbals would be an option. Billy Station. One from the cupola module, I believe. And then I think I've got 2 hitchhikers. I've also got a sign. That does look to be it. Hitchhikers science module with 2. Hitchhikers have 4. And 1 from the cupola module. Check. Use 16 minus however much we currently have. Shall see. I could have just loaded the Billy Station. Because I would have had it right there. But cupola is 1. Hitchhiker is 4, yep. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we need 5 more crew capacity. That will be easier to meet. And then we just need 1 more. Hello, welcome. Currently working on a design to expand Gilly Station. I will work on Eve Station, then figure out how we all get it all there. I'm gonna need 1 more space compared to what's here. And then I'll need a way of getting it to from Eve. Put a cupola module on it. But like that again. That does have the 1 crew capacity that we need. Alternative is going maybe a bit overkill with an extra hitchhikers. I think though, I change the order of things. Hitchhiker is at the cupola is at least next hitchhiker. And I think that would be all that's strictly required. Question is getting it to station. Would like more solar panels for the extra ISIU. And snapping off. Let's save that for now, and then go to the Eve station. Facilities supporting at least 5 Kerbals, one of which will be in the queue. Let's just start with that. Cupulon. We just need 4 more capacity. Don't really need science labs anymore, but at least they can level up Kerbals. Not yet, but I do have the map. First of all, I need to actually get the mission requirements. So, I've got that. I need space for 2 more Kerbals, but if I want it to be form-fitting, then I will probably go for a hitchhiker. I could have just gone for a hitchhiker without the processing lab, but I think it would be good to have one. All that actually directly requires, but I will be putting more stuff. Move it up. So 10 would be good. I have already landed on Eve. This will be staying up in orbit, and the tourists are just going to be swinging past Eve to get to Gilly. At some point I plan to go back to Eve, but not at the moment. Probably good to have a communication relay satellite. Just block out the view. Might have it on the side section. Much of the antennas I've already got. Could block out the east wind instead. Do I want? Would like to have some fuel storage. Start off with one of those. Probably best if I don't block off access of the ladders. And I want some more board. Want plenty of docking. This. Probably a good idea to have some RCS storage as well. Maybe some cargo storage too. That's that down. cargo storage, just in case. And another smaller RCS. Maybe if we put in a structural tube. Put a remote guidance unit on trip. How many Kerbals going to Eve? At least 3. Probably more like 5. We need the 3 tourists, and then I'll probably bring an engineer and a pilot along with them. Right, I wanted to put stuff inside there. Let's go to my prop. How much is 750? Jeb going? Jeb is probably not going. 100. Just Jeb is. I think all the original Kerbals are currently in orbit of the moon doing stuff. I think they're like doing a mining base. Yeah. Oh, let's go back to the size 2 stuff. Jeb is no show, Jeb is no show. Also probably good to have some reaction wheels on this, since this will be the central section of the station. I will be putting some impulse. Something like that to be able to have in your docking ports on top as well. Communication this because I want to be able to put docking ports everywhere. But I guess technically last thing I need is ability. Oh well. But let's go back. A couple of these on the side of the ladders. Might be good enough. Okay. I put solar panels where they interfere. The extendable ones. If I want to dock something here. Maybe I don't have docking ports for it. More docking ports on. those still. Okay. Start off with that. Like that. I think I get the copies. Correct locations. Let's find out. There we go. So in case I ever extend this in future, I will be able to just have plenty of space, and I can you can use multiple docking ports at once. So that will help solidify the connection. Station, start off with that. Sure it's all naming. Which Kerbals might be going? Well, I know I'll be sending the tourists, but apart from that, no idea. Probably an engineer and a pilot, as I mentioned earlier, but beyond that, I don't know. So, keeping the module at least 5 Kerbals. Going to Eve. Has an antenna, has a docking port, and can generate power. Probably a good idea to put in the battery, though. Really any need for called ISRU, because we'll be doing that around Gilly. Being able to store fuel, good. Might add some more fuel on the attachments. That for now. And now to plan for actually, yes, orbit. Thinking I'll use a dockable this and then I think we've got the quad adapter, yes. Except they're slightly larger than the size 2. So, third. Significantly larger. I was thinking Mark 3 to Mark 2.5. 2.5. Just size 3, yeah. This one would be, if I was going that way, it would get smaller, larger. I'm not. So I guess I can go with just regular fuel tanks then. That's when I want to be able to control them. I'm thinking I'll put the Gilly station once it's in position. And then I'll detach one of these, put it into that central position, detach the other one and put it on the Gilly station mansion. Final rocket's probably going to be pretty big. can send them up in separate launches and then just dock them up in space. But I will want electricity, power generation, but I'll do that. It's just this. I remember. They will need their own fuel tanks. Let's just test this. Remove from symmetry. Copy it? Yes, it does copy. Good. No, there isn't. Okay. Didn't really need extra station. Could put in just a Minitron. That's honestly overkill, but this would probably be enough. Oh. Reaction wheel. First, that down. Okay. So, outside. Pound engine. Bugs need anything else? Power, they've got control. Location. Could do it. Cross feed. Okay. Should be able to. Now, these can go separately. Top separate. I have that's return vessel, right. Start off saving that and go to the Gilly expansion. I will also probably want to. That's upside down. Sure, this one's right way up. Yes, it is. Good. Okay. So I will also want to attach something to help with control, getting everything all lined up. I think I could send that as a separate chip, dock to it on here. Maybe that could also be a return vessel. I will need to Start off with that. Change root part. Touch it. Oh. This one. Okay, it is. Yes, it is. Okay. Snapping. I think it needs to go. When I'll need enough to turn back to Yeah, I think I would turn that as a separate. We'll want to set up a tug as well. Well, I think I'll send things up in parts for now. Sub-assembly. Port. Locking port. Okay. Get this into orbit. Good. So, how much is this? 15 tons. So we can go 20-ton launcher, I guess. To put in struts, I believe. Let's run on symmetry. I want to actually have a just something around. Do I? Do you have? Who have the? Something small, I think. So go for a payload bay. Down. Give it a small rib core. All the panels on the outside. Yes, shoots for return. The orbital once it's done. Sure, let's put it. Oh. Nodes. Tiny bit of fuel. This. Pairing. Now, I just put a small engine on this. Eyes even. Function engines. Here we go. Nodes now, and attach this. Sure. Now. Yeah, it does look a bit odd, but oh well. Should do. Great. Just get a small reaction wheel. Relatively small reaction. I'll build a fairing. Oh. I think I can get it on. Underneath the whatever they're called, radiator panels. And now let's just drop this all up. Struts. Yeah. Good enough. In groups. Radiate. No. Both of radiate. One for deploying. Which reminds me. Probably a cow controller. Robotics. Let's also get some separatrons. Slightly upwards. Push them further in. Ah. It's arrow. We'll also lock and proms. Shortly after doing dynamics. inline, so it shouldn't really need folds, struts. First, I think they are physicless, but still. And I am noticing a distinct lack of fins. So, I will watch my fins. A couple of basic fins, ones. Let's go with some winglets. Structural. Let's put on some launch. Have a look at this. What's our thrust weight ratio? A bit high. Not sure a bit. Just a bit though. Good. Might be just enough delta V in there. Does feel like it's cutting it a bit close. That's only, what, 2,000, 3,000 as opposed to the 3,400? Well, if it fails, you lose a lot of money. No, you're not supposed to be sent up in this mission. Let's go ahead and launch it. See how it goes. Max. This doesn't exactly need them. Max, that's just staging. Yep. Level. Hey. Oh. Yeah. In. Back to assembly. Let's rotate the bottom section. Save and launch. It's probably fine. Side rockets where they were attached. it's controlling from down here. Actually, I did rotate the whole thing. If I do a control... Yes, on thrust up. Good so far. Right. Well, gravity turn. Oh, that is wobbly. Wobbling at docking port. That is a bit more wobbly than I was expecting that. It's definitely at the docking port. Okay, let's resolve that. I think that is the downside to using a docking port instead of a decoupler. Maybe the solution is just to put a decoupler in and see if that fixes it. I'll give it a try and see how it goes. Wobble it slightly on the pad without show. I don't know. Short takeoff to test. Still wobbly. I don't think... Might be a bit better, but still. Maybe some auto attachment struts. Attachment. Might also be coming from... Okay, let's give that a try. There. I wasn't paying attention to the fact that I still have the Delta V map mode up. And see it swaying. Not a fan. But let's at least try to get it up, although... Once I zoomed in, I realised it wasn't really doing much better. Well, I think it's manageable at least. On prograde. best. All wobbling. Feels like it's getting worse. Really not a fan. Kilometre on the apoapsis. Ready to bring the heading down. Yeah, I don't think it's enough delta V either. Oh, I've got less than 1 thrust weight ratio. Yeah, that's not getting out to space, I think. Which is strange because it was. Actually, I don't know. It was set out to be a 15-ton payload, and I put it on my 20-ton low Kerbal orbit. That was supposed to automatically undock. It did it not. Keep burning. Don't think this is getting up there. Kilometre on this stage, but yeah, This was the 20-ton booster that I put it on. So maybe it isn't actually a 20-ton booster. Fully expend. Not that that's going to add much delta V. I'm not getting into orbit anyway. Yeah. That's our highest. We've gone past apoapsis. Yep, no, we're not getting into orbit. That, not quite go as intended. I think that's starting to heat up. Over there. Oh, and solar panels as well. I mean, it's a good thing I didn't put anyone on this then. Yep, we're getting reheating. Even though we are pushing up periapsis, I don't think it will be fast enough. Apoapsis is up in space, but periapsis not so much. interesting. My spin stabilizing did not do much stabilizing. Oh. Go. Prograde, minimize drag. Perhaps this is only in 10-12 seconds. Perhaps this is going down a fair bit. We might technically get into orbit. Going back up. That is a fair amount of drag. Back down again. 14 minutes until we hit our apoapsis. In retrospect, probably put too much fuel in this stage for what its intended purpose was. However, probably a good thing that we put more than enough fuel if it actually gets into orbit. Because of it. Not that I think it will. Aren't exactly increasing our rate very quickly. I wonder if it's worthwhile with the drag to just go radial out. Might be. So, race as fast as possible, and bring us closer to apoapsis. Quicker. Feels like it might actually be working. Action. The camera doesn't know what to do. That is pushing us out of the denser atmosphere faster. We're no longer having reheating effects. Now perhaps this is still slowly dropping, but it is more manageable range. Our way out. Keeping an eye on that apoapsis so it doesn't get out of control. We are going to be getting into space. Pretty confident with that now. Maybe not in quite the way I was wanting. Could be considered a partial success. In space. Oh, no, no. Not what I wanted. I wanted a maneuver. A maneuver node. The target. Say yes. 19-second burn. Oh, that inclination though. Ooh, yeah. No, I think I might orbit this. Save. Time warp. And burn. It got into space, which honestly, more than I was expecting. Well, I don't think it's going to be able to really rendezvous with the hab module. 12 degrees inclination difference. Yeah, nope, that is not going to be happening. So, I'm going to go ahead and rename this. Oh. And the solar panels. And we will return to the Space Center. How much of our funding did we waste? I mean, I could send something up there to rendezvous with it and then actually get it into the correct orbit, but I think it'll be easier to just launch a new one. How much was it? Any second now when it loads. Any second. There we go. 100k. Not too bad. If I... 21 tons, that's why. True engine. Which in smaller tank. That's 2.5 decoupler. Oh, it's 1.5. Fairing. Yes. Now. More struts on this one. Oops, I meant to. point. That one's not attached to anything. That one's not attached to anything. Let's disable the mouse over. It's easier at least. Patch now, good save. Launch. I think the staging's wrong. I can fix that on the rocket stand though. Stand. Whatever it's called. Might also be slightly wobbly. But first, fixing stuff. Goes into it. Okay, let's have a look at the thrust weight. It's enough. Maximum. Not a big fan of how the winglets, tail fins are there. Oh well. Heading isn't far off. Doing more of a gravity turn, but I'm also trying to get the heading correct. A bit above. So go. Next stage. Thrust weight, good. No, point right way, point the right way. Try to bring the heading down towards 90. Five. Try to bring that down to 0. Should be good, or at least below. Far up are we? Okay. .2. 0.2 will do. Okay, perhaps this is well high enough. A couple. Oh, it at least ejected it. Is too steep, but and we have thing. That. destroyed. Okay, well, we are cheating. No, get rid of that. Out. Add modules target. Head and set up for maneuver at least. We'll have. Oh yeah, because it's down. Yeah. One is in a much better orbit. Come up. So this one I'm much more willing to send something up to actually dock with it and put it into position. Move the thrust limiter down. Okay, and a bit of shot a bit. Oh well. Yeah. Okay. I think what I'll do is orbits. Okay. Save that. Actually, target marker, leave marker rather. But yeah. So 12-second long burn. Seconds aside. One, zero. Oh, 2.5 kilometers. Add a maneuver up the top here. Um. Okay, I guess I will just give in. Cross launcher up. 94 meters a second difference. So how long have we been in this flight? Okay. Save now, and then quick save now. Retrograde relative to target. Point towards the target. What? Do I not have great wheels? Are we not going retro? Are we not pointing retrograde? Okay, just decided it wasn't wanting to go retrograde. Gimbling. Nearly hitting right at our anti-target marker. Less than a second towards our target, so use the switch. Wanting to get it to fade. Go a bit beyond the targets when we can prograde towards the target. There it is, down there. Just a bit further towards the target. Retrograde. Up. So. Retrograde towards anti-target. One more time. retrograde. I'm up again. Oh, fair, yes. No. We can pick up the tourists that are currently on board. Target. Target. Bit of change. Believe that is good. Well, this one, I mean, currently I don't have anyone on this because there's a chance that it all goes wrong. Now that I'm... Oh. Now that I'm docked... Nope, bit too much. Point down, point down, point down. Nope. Stop swaying so wildly. Come on, come on. Go the right way. Yep, yep, yep. Oh, you're on target. Yeah, a lot of Jeb, Val, Bill and Bob are currently in orbit of the moon. In a refueling base. Base. There we go. All docked. Okay. So, move the tourists across. Oh. Right, let's see cloud. Where are they? I just go transfer crew, no crew part. Okay, where are? Seem to be in a hitchhiker. Yes. Over to here. Both of them are in here. Yep. Oh, we just need to get the other tourists in. Bit of fuel across. Not much, but still something. Still has the backup fuel, emergency fuel. Should be able to orbit itself, I think. Maybe without it's. Alright, that should be enough. Check. To decouple this. Not sure if does this have. Ah, okay. Retrograde. Let's just perhaps this. Yep. Retrograde. And this back to Kerbal. Back to solar panel. Should add another coupler on this. Atmosphere. Oh. KSP. Definitely overshot that. I'm expecting to see more at this point. I don't think I really need it later on about you, but I will. Missing visual bug there. Retrograde markers disappeared. Ooh. Yeah, that's because of physics. Initial parachutes. 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 Don't like the fact that you can see straight through that gap. New sheets deployed. Instead of 4 times. 11 meters a second is the breaking point, I believe. Just slow enough, I think. I'll stop time physics just before splashdown. No! My engine, that's the entire reason I wanted to recover it. Oh well. That's a pity. Fast, a bit too fast. Yeah, that engine's expensive. Well. Just recover the last little wreckage bit. Smash down, recover. It's probably worthwhile to send up another mission scene to clear up that debris. At another time. Maybe tomorrow. Okay. Station. moment. Just a moment. Let's empty all. Start off with 35 tons. Try a smaller. Go wide enough. Those two won't go wide enough. That is size 3.7. Big nice guy. Just one there for now. Send up the other one separately. And add a fair. Go. Three tons. I have a 53 ton. Wait, no, it does not. So we'll need a coupler. Looks, interesting design. Put some send any Kerbals up on this one either. Okay, that one has missed. Okay, so let's not have mousing over. Interesting. Okay, so I guess these last the same amount of time, so they get decoupled together. This, because of low priority, this then gets staged afterwards. That means we need to decouple these. In which case that should be going probably with this, but I will check to make sure. Just to make sure. Again, separatrons would be good to have. Slightly upwards. In slightly. Actions. 3. Right. One will be OVs. It's already good. Able the fuel backup tank. Launch for now. Put in. To the neighbor. After clamshell deploy. Activate vid. Play sequence. Save. Give it a try. Rendezvous with the again. And then I will finish up. The rest of the design next time probably. On maximum. Thanks. And launch. Oh, they're on different speeds. I can see. Aha. Okay. I forgot to start the gravity turn. That is feeling a lot more stable. Not at all bendy unlike the last one. Okay, that's out. That's out. Couple of those safely. Heading's exactly on 90 still. Getting a bit of heating effects. Couple. No, 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 no. Ah, that's frustrating. I should have even checked and make sure if they're up the list. Yeah, but it would be nice if I could just tell them to never be in the stage. Always be void. I think I'm quite at the point where I can dynamics, but nearly. Maybe once I'm up at 45 kilometers, 50 maybe. Otherwise, doing all right. Not much inclination either. It's good. Hmm. Time to apoapsis is slowly going down, but apoapsis is going up still. Going up enough, I don't quite think so. Yeah, that's enough to keep us actually increasing our time to apoapsis. Go a bit lower. Very good. Now, roll down even. Hey. Oh, but yeah, that didn't decouple. Why did it not decouple? Why does that seem to be broken? Uh, Probably didn't reset the controller. That would do it. Yeah, after building everything. Bonk. Yeah, after like building your cow controller, you do always need to reset the play position down to 0 seconds. If I did that and then pressed one, then it would have decoupled properly. That's probably what I did last time as well. Pointing forwards. Getting a bit of wobbly rocket now. Nearly out of the atmosphere. And any second now. Here we go. Go, set target. Yeah, not quite in a heavy, but probably fine for now. Rendezvous with it later once we're actually ready to up for the interplanetary transfer. Quick save. Time warp. Four seconds good enough. Quick save and time warp a bit closer. Okay. Yeah, we're in similar orbit to that module. That will do well enough. So, click revert right. Base center, what do I need next time? Need to rendezvous the Eve station with the habitat. I will need to bring tourists and the pilots. Return vessel. Don't think I have anything on the surface currently that can retrieve data. Okay. So, for next time, I will need pre-return capsule. Also return the tourists. I will the extension. So pre-return will need 5 crew space and Delta V to get to return to Kerbal. We'll need rendezvous station habitat. Need an interplanetary transfer. Bug. I need the second Gilly up bug, we'll call it. I'll need the positioning module. That will be the one which actually docks the Gilly station extension to the Gilly station. Just parts. Okay. Gilly extension. Do that for now. So. The design for crew return. Design planetary transfer tug. Need to put this to orbit. Need to put design and put the positioning module to orbit. Yeah, so 3 more designs. More things up into orbit. Oh. One additional thing that isn't being designed to go into orbit, and then another rendezvous. Okay. This could probably have the crew return on top of it. I'll need to figure out how to configure everything for the interplanetary transfer tug. Okay, I think that will be all for tonight. So set up a raid for the Twitch people. All next time. That is. Hope you've enjoyed. If you're watching this on YouTube later as a VOD, let me know any feedback you have in the comments. And until then, see ya.